You have been living a lie since the moment you were born. Every day you perform a dozen silent rituals, habits so ingrained you don't even think about them. But what if I told you that the way you breathe, the way you sleep, and even the way you heal is fundamentally broken? We've been conditioned by a world that values convenience over biology, and the consequences? They're written in the slow decay of your cells and the fog in your mind. Today, we peel back the curtain on the normal things that are quietly draining your life. And trust me, number 5 will change how you see this forever. Number 1, the silent suffocation. Let's start with the one thing you're doing right this second. You're breathing. Or at least you think you are? Take a deep breath for me. Go ahead. Did your chest rise? Did your shoulders shrug toward your ears? Congratulations, you're failing at the most basic biological requirement for life. Humans are the only mammals on the planet that have forgotten how to perform their primary function. We've become a species of chronic overbreathers, gasping for air as if we're perpetually drowning on dry land. Most of you are inhaling through your mouth, bypassing the body's most sophisticated filtration and pressurization system, your nose. The nose isn't just for smelling the roses, it's a biological superprocessor designed to prep air for your lungs. When you breathe through your mouth, you're sending a high-priority distress signal straight to your nervous system. You're telling your brain that you are being hunted by a predator. This triggers a low-level, constant spike of cortisol, the stress hormone. You wonder why you're anxious? Why you're tired even after 8 hours of sleep? It's because your body thinks it's in a 24/7 survival sprint. Look in the mirror. Notice a slightly receding jawline? Tired, sunken eyes? That's the mouth breather's face. We are literally reshaping our skulls and narrowing our airways because we can't keep our lips shut. It's a silent, structural decay, and it's making us dumber, weaker, and perpetually on edge. We've traded our natural power for a shallow, frantic habit that's quietly eroding our health from the inside out. But breathing is just the beginning of the sabotage, because the way you've been cleaning your body every morning, that's actually a chemical war you're losing every single day. Number 2, the poison of purity. Step into the shower. The steam rises, the scent of Arctic mist fills the air, and the hot water hits your back. It feels like a sanctuary. In reality, it's a scorched earth policy. Your skin isn't just a wrapper, it's a living, breathing ecosystem, a complex landscape of beneficial bacteria. But every morning, you perform a ritual of microbial genocide. You take that bar of soap and scrub until you're squeaky clean. That sound? That's the sound of your skin's natural acid mantle being stripped into oblivion. We've been brainwashed to believe that all bacteria are the enemy, so we douse ourselves in harsh surfactants and antibacterial chemicals designed to kill 99.9% of everything. The problem is, that 0.1% left behind? Those are the survivors, the ones that learn. By trying to be perfectly clean, we are breeding superbugs in our own bathtubs. And the irony is almost poetic. We scrub away the precious oils our bodies spent all night carefully producing to protect us. Then, we spend billions of dollars on lotions and creams to replace those exact same oils. We pay to damage ourselves, then pay even more to fix the damage we just caused. It's the ultimate marketing trap, a cycle of self-inflicted irritation sold to us as self-care. While you're standing there, your pores are wide open, drinking in the chlorine and heavy metals present in the water. You aren't just washing, you're marinating in a chemical soup that leaves your immune system confused and weakened. We've traded our natural resilience for a temporary scent of ocean breeze. But the sabotage doesn't end when you step out of the steam and dry off, because the way you're sitting right now, listening to this, it's physically reshaping your internal organs into a slow motion disaster. Number 3, the ergonomic trap. Don't move. Just notice your body for a second. Are your shoulders rounded? Is your neck craned forward like a vulture over a screen? We were designed to be hunters, gatherers, and explorers of the wild. Instead, we've spent the last century perfecting the art of the C-curve. Sitting is not a natural human state. It is a slow-motion car crash for your anatomy. When you sit, your hip flexors tighten, your glutes go dormant, and your spine begins to buckle under the weight of gravity. But here's the dark irony. We've turned the instrument of our destruction into a status symbol. We spend thousands of dollars on ergonomic chairs designed to make the slow collapse of our skeletal system more comfortable. It's like buying a luxury velvet lining for a coffin while you're still inside it. The pressure on your lower back increases by nearly 40% the moment you sit down. Your internal organs are being compressed, your blood flow is slowing to a crawl, and your metabolism is essentially flicking the off switch. Your body is literally shutting down because it thinks it's no longer needed. Scientists have even discovered that tech neck is causing some people to grow physical bone spurs at the base of their skulls. We are literally evolving horns just to support the weight of our digital addictions. We call it relaxing, but your biology calls it hibernating toward the grave. Even a grueling hour at the gym can't fully undo the damage of 8 hours in the chair. We've engineered a world that makes it impossible to stand tall, folding ourselves into manageable, sedentary shapes. But as bad as this physical collapse is, it pales in comparison to the mental theft happening right now. Because while you're sitting there, the very light you're looking at is stealing your ability to perceive reality. Number 4, the illuminated blindness. Look at the screen in front of you. It's a tiny handheld star, burning with a light that shouldn't exist after sunset. We think we're using technology to see the world, but the light is actually blinding us to our own biology. Our ancestors lived by the rhythm of the sun and the flicker of the hearth. Now, we live in a state of perpetual noon. That blue glow hitting your retinas right now? It's a chemical master key that's unlocking your brain and flushing out your melatonin. Your body thinks it's midday in the middle of the Sahara, even if it's 2 a.m. in a rainy suburb. You aren't just scrolling, you're undergoing a neurological heist. But it's not just about sleep, it's about how you're looking. Notice how your eyes are locked in a hard, fixed stare on this frame. That's called foveal vision. In the wild, humans only use this narrow, intense focus when they are hunting or being hunted. By staring at these screens for hours, you are keeping your nervous system in a state of high alert panic. You're stuck in a fight or flight loop, and you don't even have an enemy to fight. We've traded our panoramic, calm awareness for a digital tunnel. We are a species of ghosts, haunting our own devices, staring into the sun until we forget what the stars look like. But as haunting as this digital blindness is, there is one final habit that is far more intimate. It's something you do in the dark, in the silence when you think you're at your safest, and it's the biggest mistake of all. Number 5, the 8-hour prison. You close your eyes, thinking you finally escaped the world, but the very bed you lie in is a laboratory of artificial habits. We've been told that 8 hours of continuous sleep is the gold standard of health. In reality, it's an industrial invention. Before the light bulb, humans didn't sleep in one long, heavy block. We had a first sleep, then a period of wakefulness, time for prayer, reflection, or intimacy, followed by a second sleep. It was a rhythm that allowed the mind to process reality in layers. When you wake up at 3 a.m. with your heart racing, you think something is wrong. You think you're broken. You think you have insomnia. But that's not a medical condition. That's your ancient DNA trying to reclaim its rhythm. We've pathologized our own nature to fit a 9-to-5 schedule. We take pills to suppress our natural wakefulness so we can be more productive for a system that doesn't care about our souls. We are literally drugged into compliance with a clock that shouldn't exist. The irony is crushing. We spend our lives doing everything the right way, breathing through our mouths, scrubbing our skin raw, sitting until we buckle, and staring at blue light. We do it all to be healthy, yet we feel more fragile than ever. You aren't doing these things wrong because you're careless. You're doing them wrong because the world was designed to break you. Maybe it's time to stop trying to fit the mold and start listening to the animal inside. After all, the person you were told to be is the only thing standing in the way of the person you actually are. That's all for today. Subscribe if you love discovering the dark side of everyday life. Stay curious and keep your eyes open.